Many times we underestimate the power of our determination. Our determination is the bus that moves our visions from our minds to reality. Determination is a magnet for execution. Once you are determined to attain any goal, you find that all you need begin to gravitate toward you. The resources needed gravitate towards you, the people, ideas, and strategies you may need. Everything you need gravitates towards you. The moment you utter the words, I can, I will, and I must, something shifts in the atmosphere and things begin to align. But first of all, your determination would be tested. You must be found worthy of the vision you are about to birth. Because anyone can say that they are determined. Anyone can insist that they are serious enough about something. The only way to truly be sure is to test it. The only way to be sure of how much you want that dream to come to life is to test it. Because greatness must never come easy. Otherwise, we would begin to trivialize it. Those who become great are those who are willing to lay down everything to see a dream come to life. Your determination will be tested. Your greed and resilience will be tested. Your patience will be tested. Your compassion will be tested. Your capacity will be tested. Your selflessness will be tested. The real question is, how much are you willing to lay down to see your dream become a reality? How much are you willing to give? How much of your self-gratification would you kill to ensure that you can secure your future? What's the price you're willing to pay? How determined are you? You can? You will? You must? Tell me how. The moment you utter the words, I can, you're acknowledging that you have the capacity to drive the vision ahead of you. Greatness is a great weight to carry. Building legacies is no small burden. Fulfilling your highest potential will require you to stretch beyond what you ever thought was possible. Can you do that? Will you do that? Will you stretch? The truth is you can do anything you set your mind on. And it's not a cliche to say so. The mind has limitless possibilities. It can expand. A lot of us are living far below our potential. There's so much inside of you to tap into. But a lot of us have been so beaten down by life that many times we won't even try. Or we try a few times and then we give up. We settle for mediocre lives because we aren't willing to pay the price. The truth is that the price of success is failure, a healthy dose of it. But we run from failure as if it isn't one of the best teachers to ever exist. Failure shows what isn't possible so you can pursue what's possible. Failure shows you your weaknesses. If you can fail and rise again, then you've conquered a huge part of your fears. We are constantly complaining that things aren't aligning in our favor. We complain that everything is set up to frustrate us. What we don't realize is that the frustration is set up to test us. Are we worthy of the gifts, talents, and ambition that we possess? Many of us never move past the I want stage. Growing up, when anyone asked what you wanted to be, you probably would say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a judge. I want to write the best books in the world. And those are all great ambitions, but they were statements we uttered when we were ignorant of just how much it would require of us to make our dreams become a reality. There were statements we made when we thought that we'd never have to be tested. Then it was enough to want, but not now. You must get to a point when we take a stock of who we are, what we can do, and the challenges ahead of us. Only then can we decide if we truly can, because determination itself is a high price to pay. Determination is a commitment to hard work. It will have to be hard work before it's smart work. There simply are no shortcuts. Think about every great inventor you know, every great artist or designer. Greatness will require your sweat and your tears, even if you had all the opportunities in the world open up to you. You may have to give up more than you ever thought you could. It might include many sleepless nights and lonely days. It might be the hardest thing you've ever done. But when you finally build the empire you've always dreamt of, when you're finally reaching the world the way you've always wanted to, you would be satisfied. It is commonly said that when a mother who has just come out of labor sees our newly born baby, she forgets all the pain she has just been through. I don't think she literally forgets. What I think happens is that she decides that the baby is worth it. She decides that the baby is worth the sleepless nights, the sweat, the tears, the blood, and the hours of pure hard labor. When you look at how much you've been able to accomplish after waiting for so long, would you be satisfied? When you see the results of your hard work, would you be satisfied? So I ask again, can you? Can you pay the price of destiny? Can you pay the price of success? Would you give your destiny the focus she deserves? How far does your determination go? How far would you go? Tell me, are you at the place where you can say, I can, I will, and I must? Because you must. You must shine like the bright light that you were made to be. You were never made to be hidden. You are a gift to everyone you come across. Your dreams deserve expression regardless of their magnitude. The small restaurant you've always wanted to have, you should have it. The bookstore you've always wanted to have, why not? The fashion line you've always wanted to start now. That multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical company you've always wanted to build. Go back to school if you have to. That business empire you've always wanted to build. That app you've always wanted to build. Do it all. Will you be frustrated? Most likely. Will it be worth it at the end of the day? Most likely. Because what I know is that when you give your dreams the focus and work they deserve, things begin to fall in place. When you build capacity and develop yourself for the future you desire, things begin to work. So chase your dreams recklessly. Chase them furiously. Live your life to the fullest. You must be all that God created you to be. He gave you that gift for a purpose. You can, you will, and you must. You can do it. God knows you can. And that's why He entrusted you with that vision. Think about Abraham. He was an ordinary man living with his family members in an ordinary town. And then one day, God says, I want you to step out of where you are right now. I want to make you a father of many nations. I wonder if Abraham ever thought that it didn't make sense. He wasn't qualified. There wasn't even really a president to test his qualification. Before the age of 75, he had never heard anything from God. All of a sudden, he was getting the name change. But God knew something the rest of us didn't. God knew that there was nothing Abraham wouldn't sacrifice to see God's will come to pass. He was ready to give his son. He had the promise, but now the promise was being tested. God had called Abraham a father of nations, and it appeared that Isaac would have to be the sacrifice. You know how the story ends? Isaac was only sacrificed in Abraham's mind. Abraham became the father of many nations, and his legacy was passed on to his son. What do you need to sacrifice? Your screen time, a few hours of your sleep, your money? What do you need to do? Go back to school? Take an extra course to build your knowledge? Will you do it? What would you do? It's time to leave the past behind and focus on the future. I know you've tried before, but it's time to go again. I know you've been told you are incapable. You've been told that you're too weak and small-minded. I guess they might have called Abraham that too, till God came around. If God is giving you a dream, then you can do it. You will do it. And you must do it.